Hello, and this is Notary Life with Kimmi. Well, hey guys, today we are talking all about confidence and how to get it as a notary or whatever field you're in. I get that question quite a bit. How do I get the confidence to go out and start? Well, I'm sure you've heard people say you just got to go do it. And I am also of that mindset. After you get so much knowledge, so much training, you just have to do it. But I'm gonna give you some practical tips today as to what you can do to help build your confidence. So the first thing that I had noted is just being prepared. What does that mean, being prepared? First of all, you want to be prepared for the negative sayers. There are going to be people that say, oh, you're just a notary? You leaving your job to be a notary? So you want to prepare yourself already for that type of mentality. And what does that look like? You're going to know what the role of a notary is. You're going to have your proper training. So when people do come to you with that, and they will, not necessarily because they're being a hater, but a lot of times they're just concerned for you. They figure, well, a notary only makes $2. How are you going to make a living? How are you going to feed your family with that? But if you've done your research, you already know you're not charging $2. So you're able to combat that. You're able to overcome that. So they will come, and say, oh, I don't think you should do that, girl. So what you need to do is, if I listen to every time somebody told me I could not do something, it's a lot of things that I would not have tried in my life. But I'm the kind of person, if you tell me I cannot do it, that's what's going to make me try to do it even more. So I'm not encouraging you to take that attitude or that mindset, but just don't be so quick to follow into what they say. Because the majority of people are not going to execute and rise to a higher level, in the sense that they're okay with working the normal, whatever norm is. You got to be willing to step outside the norm, and then you'll have results that are equally outside the norm. You will excel. So that's just one thing, being prepared for what the negative people will say. Also, having proper training. If you are a notary and you just received your commission and you don't know what to do next, and you bought your stamps, you bought supplies, you did all this, and you don't know, I would be scared too. I wouldn't have confidence to go out there and start stamping documents because you don't know what you're doing. So you must have proper training, whatever that looks like for you, but you must have proper training. You cannot just get your commission. You cannot just become a signing agent and now you're ready. You cannot. You either have to self-train yourself, or you're going to have to invest in some training. It's just no way around that. And then once you get the proper training, the confidence will build. You will know what you're doing. You'll feel like, oh, okay, I know what that is now. Even if you've never seen it in real life, you know what it is. Because most states honestly do not prepare you to be a notary, to be a good notary. They give you a piece of paper and they can say, then they tell you go buy this stamp. They don't prepare you. They don't train you. Are they going to do all that for $35? No, they're not. So that's on you to get the proper training. And that's going to build your confidence. I guarantee it. Also, having the proper supplies. If you only have your stamp and the ink pen and you're not actually prepared with everything you may encounter out there doing general notary work, or all the supplies you need to be a loan signing agent, then that's also going to affect your confidence, because people will be looking at you like, well, you don't have a pen? Why am I trying to write on my leg? You don't have a clipboard? So have the proper supplies, all of those kind of things. It sounds kind of like, well, what does supplies have to do with confidence? But if I have my bag packed, I know everything I need is in that bag. I have my journal, I have my stamps, I have my ink pens, I have my clipboards, I have my handy wipes, sanitizer wipes. I have all of that. That's going to prepare me. So little things like that will also build your confidence. You are ready. You are the professional. Also, other things to think about is be willing to make some mistakes. You are not a perfect notary. I am not a perfect notary. You will never be a perfect notary. Now, will you be a notary that makes way less mistakes than someone else with proper training? Sure. But don't set the expectations so high that you're paranoid, because most things can be fixed. We don't want to get in the habit of making mistakes, but I also don't want you to be so paranoid that I'm going to make a mistake that you never execute. So that's the point of this conversation, that part of it. Be willing to take a few risks and go ahead out there and do it, and know that sometimes you may make a mistake, and be willing to fix the mistake. I made a mistake, and I've done that even with my clients, general notary as well as loan signing. If a company asks me to fix something, I'm going to go fix it, not with the attitude A client asked me to come back and fix something that I did, I'm going to go do it with a smile. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Smith. That was a new document for me and I wasn't quite sure. I thought I had it, but I'll be more than happy to come and fix that for you. Be honest and don't focus on the things that went wrong. Not necessary. Again, focus on what went well. So I went out and I did a 150-page document package and I made one error my first tryout. So I did 149 correct. So again, we don't want to focus on the wrong. We don't want to have mistakes, but we're human. If we cut all of us, we bleed. So we're not perfect. We're not robots. And again, just do your best and get the proper training. I cannot underestimate that and I cannot overvalue that. Training is so important. Also, even the way you dress. When you know you're going out for your first assignment, especially your first couple, put on a little extra. Make yourself feel good. When you walk in the room and put your back up and I'm here to do your signing. I am from None Better Mobile Notary or whatever the name of your company is. The way you dress will affect you. If you look like you rolled out of bed, that's going to be your mentality. Oh, I got to go do this signing. Oh, this lady waiting on me. No, dress to impress. We have all heard that. It is going to make you feel better. Don't you feel better when you dress up? You put your heels on. Man, he put his nice tie on. But you feel better when you look better. You feel better. You want to make sure you have the proper amount of enthusiasm and energy. Make sure you get a good night's rest before you're signing, especially your first couple. You don't want to, again, just roll out the bed. I got to be at this signing. No, I'm taking the night before. I'm thinking about it, praying about it. I'm sitting there like, okay, thinking about my documents. Where do I want everyone to sit in the room? I'm rested. I'm not, staying up till 3, 4 in the morning and I got an 8 o'clock signing and it's an hour away from my house. No, all of that goes into confidence because you need to be relaxed. You need to be rested. So your mind, so you can think straight. This sounds a little outdated probably, but rest cannot be underestimated again. That you need about 8 hours. I know I do. So get your 8 hours of sleep and then you'll be ready for whatever the day brings. I got an 8 o'clock signing. Okay, no problem. Also, don't be late to the assignment. That's going to build your confidence. How? You're like, well, what does that have to do with anything? The assignment is at 10. I get there at 10. No, if the assignment is at 10 and you get there at 10, you are late. If the assignment is 10, you need to be there at least at 9:40, 20 minutes before. Why? Because you need time to sit there, get your thoughts together. You don't want to be rushing. Okay, the assignment is at 10, and now here you go at 9:59. And everything's falling, your paper's wet, you ain't breathing. No.